CIL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
Bill, it's great to see you at the on-air open house again.
Thanks so much, Tom.
You got a new sweater on today, too, to answer the question.
On, well, because it's snowing out.
Oh, so, yeah. And it is the first weekend of March. It's unbelievable.
Where is the sun?
I don't know. Other thing is, where is our new co-host? She called from the car earlier this week, and she's driving around.
Did you give her a map?
Oh. Well, she told me she had, what do you have, what thing in your car? What do you call that?
Oh, that GP and
the GP,
S?
yeah, GPS.
Oh, GPS.
Oh, wait a minute. I think she's coming out. Shut the front door. Oh, Andrea?
Hi, Tom.
Hi, you found the place.
I'm barely.
Well, okay. So do you know where it is now?
I'm here.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm
nice
so
to see
happy
you.
to be here.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you. This is great.
Yeah, you're into all that social media stuff, you're telling me.
I am. We're going to be doing lots more and promote.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys
That'd
are going to
be
be
great.
on it too.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're going to make movies and put it up on the web and
Yep,
Instagram, that kind of stuff, and Facebook and...
absolutely.
Wow.
Are you guys ready?
For
No.
what?
Being on
Oh,
Instagram.
no.
And Facebook.
Well, anyways, listen, I just want to welcome you to the Radio Real Estate Show. It's nice to have you with us, and you'll be here for every week now, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Keeping Billy and I online. Speaking of Billy, he is the president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. He's the Radio Real Estate resident mortgage expert. You will be having the mortgage rate update in a few minutes, right, Billy?
Absolutely. Later on after that, I'm going to be talking about the new CMHC rates that are going to take place March 17th.
Oh, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that wonderful?
There'll be some changes coming up. Flirty.
We'll be chatting with Judy in White Rock, one of our long-term listeners.
And our Radio Real Estate home handyman, Finn Jensen, says it's about time to begin those spring chores at your house.
And on Radio Real Estate, we talk about real estate. That's all we talk about. So please go to our website, which is radiorealestateshow.ca. Download one of our podcasts, and you can hear what Andrea Jock had to say. You can hear what Bill Macklin had to say at a later date if you like.
That's fabulous.
We'll be chatting with Janice and Cynthia.
They're for the Real Estate Corner. They're going to be talking about investing in real estate today on the show, so that'll be interesting, right, Billy?
They'll be good. And Monica Di Nambriga, president of Mummy Maids, joins us. And as usual, she's chatting about an environmentally friendly, made-at-home way to clean and protect your household drains.
And you have drains in your house.
Oh, I got a lot of
I've seen your drains, Bill, so you'll be paying close attention.
There's things growing in.
Radio's real estate news headlines will be coming up in the show. And also, here's how it works in case you've never heard it before. I'll read the headlines, so what's making the news of the day. Our friend Bill will make a comment, and our friend Andrea will make a comment on what's going on. We'll also be talking with Norm Holmes. Norm is the vice president of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation. He's on the show, and today he'll be giving us some thoughts on mixed shares.
Your mortgage question of the week is coming up in our next segment. If you have a question for Bill, please leave it on our website, radiorealestateshow.ca.
We welcome Mark Jock. Jock is Andrew's dad, and he's going to chat to us about real estate, mortgages, and building.
That's amazing. You read what's in the brackets.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Just
You read what's in the brackets. I've never seen anybody that reads what's in the brackets.
I was knowing that he was going to be on, and I know that it's Andrew's dad.
It's his dad, yeah.
And he's going to talk about some renovations.
But the question is, does Andrea's mom know that Mark is her? No,
I don't think we told them.
I see. We're also going to chat with Janice and Cynthia of the Real Estate Corner. As you mentioned a little while ago, we'll talk about investing in real estate. And we have a mortgage question of the week now coming up pretty soon. But first of all, it's time for the mortgage rate update, right, Billy?
Absolutely. The rates, guess what? The rates haven't changed. Isn't that interesting?
That's a good thing.
Yeah. So what's happening is that there's starting to become a bit of a grid on how you're going to lend money. So the banks are looking at this grid. So they're going to be looking at this grid. They're going to be looking at what your credit score is, what your loan to value is, whether CMHC insured or Genworth insured, what kind of job you have, how long you've been at the job, what kind of longevity do you have on the property. And they're going to do this balancing act of trying to figure out all those different pieces to figure out what your rate's going to be. So they're just starting now. So right now the rates have pretty much stayed the same. If you have a CMHC high ratio mortgage right now, you'll get a better rate than you will on conventional financing through what they call the secondary lenders section, which is the non-bank fulfillment group. And so right now we have a great rate, but it has to be CMHC insured. It has to be high ratio. And you're going to be paying CMHC premiums. So you may want to make a look at those different premiums, make sure that you want to actually put less down to have a better rate. You're also been scrunched on your amortization because you're on a 25-year rather than 30. So the best 5-year rate right now is 2.64. Probably 2.74 would be a regular lender, conventional. And on your variable, you're down to 2.2, which is about 0.5 off the prime. That's on a 3-year term. That's conventional as well. But you might have to put down 35% to get that.
Interesting.
So like there's becoming a real grid. I'm not trying to be confusing. There's a real grid to this whole thing. So it's becoming more and more complicated. More and more is confusing would be a good word. And so, I mean, I guess in some ways we as brokers become more important, but that's not the reason why this is being done. This is being done by the federal government to restrict some lending.
Well, you call me at home during the day sometimes. You try to explain this stuff on the phone to me. I go, Bill, I'm lost. I better come over to the office and see you. So I'm just thinking, if anybody else like me is lost and they'd like to talk to you, how do they get a hold of you?
They got to come down. They got to see me. Give me a call, 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
And you'll answer the phone.
I answer the phone. And what the thing is that you got to think about is when you're doing these interest rates and all this stuff that we're talking about. So the reason why you come and see me, I mean, a lot of people don't want to do that. Our younger people, they just want to do it online. And I always say to people all the time, you wouldn't build an airplane over the line, over the telephone lines. So why would you borrow $500,000 with somebody you've never met, trying to understand what they're trying to say? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. You have to see people face to face so that you can actually get some kind of intimation of what's going on. Things that you aren't asking that they can determine that you don't know the answers to.
All right, Bill. All right, it's Radio Real Estate. It's smooth and easy. CIL 650. Let's go to the phone line right now. If you ever want to call the program, it's 604-280-0650. Hello there, Judy.
Hi there.
Good morning. Good day. How are you?
I'm doing just great, thank you.
Welcome to the Radio Real Estate Show. I understand from our producer, Dwayne, that you're a long-time listener to the program.
Well, I've been listening since day one, actually.
Wow, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's years. Holy cow.
Did we start in 1970?
I think so. So, did you have a question this morning, or what's going on, Judy?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you to Bill, especially, and you, and because I got a lot of really great information from everybody, and it helped me buy my first and forever home this past summer out in White Rock, and I'm really happy.
Did you say you moved out to White Rock?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good place to live.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because Bill lives out there.
Oh,
He still won't give me his address, but he does live out there.
it's a good place to live.
So you listen to the program every Sunday?
Every Sunday, yes.
Well, it's nice to have you on the show with us.
It really
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah. So what do we need you to do now is go and tell two of your friends and have your friends tell two friends and have your friends, well, you know the drill, right?
And she can drop by the office anytime I have my grandma cookies.
Yeah. Have you had any Bill's mom's cookies yet?
Well, no, because I make pretty good ones myself.
Oh, well, now we have two people that make cookies. This is getting pretty darn good.
We should have a little bit of a test here.
I think so. Well, introduce you to Mrs. Macklin. How's that, Judy?
Okay.
Hey, thank you very much. Have a great weekend. What's left of it?
Okay, you take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
All right, there's Judy. She's a long-time listener to the show, and I'm glad that she called in. If you ever want to call in, the number to call is 604-280-0650. That's 604-280-0650. In the next segment, Bill will answer the mortgage question of the week. We'll examine the Radio Real Estate News headlines, and we speak with Pioneer West Vice President Norms Holmes. We'll be talking about anybody out there buying mix shares and why that would be such a good idea.
You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
CL 650.
We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters.
Well, today is no exception to the rule. We get letters. We get stacks and stacks of letters. How do you stack up an email? I don't know.
It's tough.
It's tough.
But if you print them off, though, you get a long line of them.
And you have your first sweater of March on, the March weekend. It looks very dashing.
It's got a little green in there because we're kind of gearing up towards St. Patty's Day.
And you are a green kind of guy.
Yes, I am. I just bought a bunch of flowers for the office.
Green ones?
Yeah.
I got to tell you something. Anyway, Bill, it's time for the mortgage question of the week. Here's Andrea. What do you have for him, Andrea?
Our question this week comes from Martin Engelbrook of Coquitlam. Martin says, I heard a commercial for a lender who is promoting a 5-year variable close rate. I thought a variable rate was based on the rate of the day, and I wasn't locked into a specific amount.
Andrew, that's a great question from Martin. Martin, so when you're talking about a mortgage rate on a variable, so there's three types of lending. You've got a fixed rate, which is tied into the Bank of Canada, tied into the banks, which would be the bond rate. You have a variable rate, which is tied in with the Bank of Canada rate, and you have two types of variable. You have an open and a closed. So an open means that you're paying about a 6% rate because you're expecting to win the lottery this Friday or next Friday, and what's going to happen is you're going to be able to pay this off with no penalties. On a closed variable, what they mean by a closed variable is that it's prime minus whatever discount you have from your lender, but you're closed because you can't leave that lender without paying the penalty. It's closed because you're staying with that lender. What happens is that you can go into a fixed rate with no penalty with that lender. So closed means you can't move it from that lender. Doesn't mean it's closed in terms of the rates fixed for the entire 5-year term. It just means you can't leave that lender until the actual 5-year period is up.
So the best bet that would be for Martin maybe to give you a call. You could explain it to him.
Yes, it would, because it's a little bit more convoluted
It is,
than that. Yeah.
Okay, now, Andrea, if somebody would like to get a hold of Bill, what do they do?
For expert mortgage information online, visit BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, Mac.com. Or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family.
Remember, Andrea, I told you I was an orphan? I found myself a family. Family, how are you?
did.
It's my sisters, Cynthia and Janice. How are you, girls?
We're good. How are you?
I'm fine, and you survived last week down there at the home show, all right?
We did. We have a new
we're
host.
exhausted.
That's
It
good.
was
Nice to
great
meet you,
fun,
Andrea.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
Thanks.
Well, my goodness, you go. You ladies bought a brand new home down there? Why?
Absolutely.
We're rich. We're rich.
Well, I'm glad I got adopted by you ladies, let me tell you.
kidding.
Today on the program, we want to talk about investing in real estate. And you know a lot about this. Tell us, how does that work?
Well, actually, down at the Home and Garden Show, we had a young guy that came by our booth, and he wanted to know about how to go about investing in real estate. I said, for starters, it's much easier to invest in real estate when you have money. When you don't have a lot of money, you need a strategy. The first thing out of the gate is you need to buy a property that is at or below the assessed value, and the property needs to generate enough income to cover your costs. The second thing is the location. If you can buy in a trendy area, that's great. If not, it should be around a trendy neighborhood or an up-and-coming area or close to colleges, universities, and hospitals. The third thing is you need to see that the property has growth potential. It could be short or long-term growth. These are two ways of looking at investing in real estate. One is to buy and flip. The other is to buy and hold. They both have different outcomes, and you need to decide which route you want to go. If you want to buy and flip, you're putting your profit into your next flip. If you buy a property that you hold, you can eventually pull equity out of it. You will take that equity and buy another property. This is called leveraging. You won't have to come up with the cash for 20% down on the next property. It will all be done in the legal work. You'll have to pay property transfer taxes, legal fees, a bank appraisal, and some bank fees. If you are in a fixed mortgage, it could be costly, though, so try and do this when your mortgage is due, or take out a variable mortgage, which would only have a 3-month penalty. In the first situation, you would be cash poor and equity rich. You would be sitting on your assets. In the second situation, you will eventually have a regular income stream coming in. In either situation, you need to have a zero balance, no mortgage at the end of the day. A lot of people talk about writing off mortgage interest. However, the interest rates vary over the life of the mortgage and puts the bank in control and not you. You want to be in control of the property. If you require more information, call a Real Estate Corner at 604-842-0259 or email the realestatecorner.ca, that's .ca, not .com. Janice, I believe, has a few listings to say.
Before you do those listings, I have to ask a question. Did you say I'm sitting here on my assets?
Sitting on your, yeah.
No, careful. Okay.
Are they big or are they little?
Ah, come on. Be nice.
Well, the other thing I wanted to add to Cynthia's about investment properties, I think the major thing that you need to look at, though, is to make sure that it covers, there's 3 things. Make sure that your mortgage payments are covered, that the maintenance fees if you're buying a condo, the maintenance on a house or whatever it is, that the maintenance costs are factored in. And also that the property taxes are factored in. So once you add up all those costs, and then you take away your revenue, and you see what you've actually got left. If you have a positive cash flow, if the numbers make sense, it's probably a good bet. If the numbers don't make sense, it's probably not a good bet. So go with your gut feeling. At any rate, I do have a couple of new listings that I was wanting to add here. Mm-hmm. One of them is at 9, a new listing that just came on the board yesterday, actually. It's at 943 Downsy Avenue in Coquitlam, central Coquitlam, near the golf course. It's listed at 1.48. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,113 square foot house, rancher with a basement with a triple car garage. It's just a beautiful property. 60 foot by a 1,330 square foot lot at the total square footage of 7,980 square foot. If you're interested in this property, we have another one, also a condo, a penthouse condo listed at 404 210 LeBlue Street. It's a penthouse unit in Millardville, Coquitlam. It's a 605 square foot condo. It's listed at 340. There are rentals allowed and pets allowed, so this one could be possibly an investment property if that's what you're looking for. 604. Open house for that one will be on March 11th. And you can call Janice Christie at the Real Estate Corner at 604-842-0259 or Cynthia Weberg at the Real Estate Corner, 604-842-0259. Give us a call if you're interested in any of these properties.
Just going through the numbers that you just gave us on that one on Danzy Avenue at 1.48, if you put down 20%, your mortgage will be about $28.53 a month, which is not bad for a 3,100 square foot home.
It's not, and you should see the garage. It's got this triple car garage that you could use as a dance studio. It is beautiful, and it's got power, so you could use it as a dance studio. You could use it as a workshop. You could use it as an office. You could use it as, there are many different applications that you could use this. And the cool thing is that this one is actually a bungalow, a rancher with a basement. So you've got another almost 1,500 square foot on the lower level as well.
Or in my case, I could use that garage as a house.
Well, in your case, no, just a minute, Tom. If it was in your case, we'd use it as a doghouse.
Oh, come on.
Now you know.
Cynthia, Janice, thank you for being on the show again this week. It's always a pleasure to chat with you guys, and I'm coming over for dinner tomorrow.
Just a reminder, if you're out and about,
Yes.
the International Dance Festival is happening March 1st to the 25th, so go check some clickety heels dancing.
Do I have to wear my toe shoes or what?
Yes.
Well, toe tap, whatever.
Okay.
You know, a little rumba?
I know little rumba, but I'm sitting on my assets right now, so I can't do that. But I'll dance with you guys. I'm leading this time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, talk to you next week.
To get in touch with Janice or Cynthia, email the Real Estate Corner at yahoo.com or call 604-842-0259. That's 604-842-0259.
Nicely done, Andrea. Thank you so much. Coming up, we'll be chatting about the Radio Real Estate News headlines. Those are the stories that made the news this past week. We'll also speak with Norm Holmes. Norm is the Vice President of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation, and he's going to talk to us about why he feels that everyone should be investing in MIC shares.
Hi, this is Andrea Jock of Pinnacle Group Marketing with our mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage, producer of Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to the Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original online open house on CIL 650.
CIL 650.
I kind of like the sounds of that, Baby You're a Rich Man, the Beatles, on the Radio Real Estate Show. Norm Holmes is the Vice President of Pioneer West Acceptance Corporation. He's on the line right now. He joins the program. Norm, hello. What's on your mind today?
This week, I want to explain why everyone should invest in MIC shares. MIC shares are an investment fund that's solely invested in mortgages. MIC returns are much higher than GIC rates and are less risky than stocks and mutual funds. A good MIC fund today provides an average return of 5 to 7%. When I did my final course in financial planning, we had to do a complete financial plan for someone. The instructor told us that if anyone used a long-term rate higher than 6%, he would fail them because historically it's not possible to achieve a long-term yield that's higher than 6%. MIC shares provide this maximum achievable yield with a low level of risk. It's a good investment for everyone due to its quality and excellent return. Next week, we'll discuss how to evaluate MICs. I'm Norm Holmes for Radio Real Estate.
For more information, call Norm Holmes at 604-987-1420. That's 604-987-1420. Or visit pioneerwest.com. That's pioneerwest.com.
It's time now for the Radio Real Estate News headlines. I'll be reading the headlines, and our panel here, Andrea and Bill, will share their expertise and their thoughts on the subject matter with us. Now, today, here we go. You guys, first of all, are you ready? Yes? It's the radio. You can talk. Just shake your head. Yes.
Yes, I'm ready.
Bill, you ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay, here we go. First of all, we want to know, should I pay down my mortgage or should I feed the RRSP? It's called making the tough choices between your savings and your debts. Bill?
I'm thinking that I'm going to go with Norm Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to suggest that you take the money that you normally would use to pay down your mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
You buy an RSP. By buying the RSP, you now reduce your taxable income. You'll get a tax-free savings from that. So, or not tax-free, but you'll certainly get a tax refund from the federal government, and then you can use that to pay down the mortgage. So you're doing two things at the same time. So you got to talk to Norm Holmes, who's looking after MIC funds. Buy a MIC fund, which is an RSP eligible, which means you have an RSP now, and that triggers a refund from the federal government, which then you take that refund and pay down your mortgage.
Interesting. Okay, good stuff. Here's another one for you. Now, there's more trouble appearing on Vancouver's east side. Community groups are saying that the influx of new stores and restaurants has created a zone of exclusion. that is going to push out some low resident incomes, or sorry, Ben. That's going to cut out some low income residents, right?
That's correct. But what this is the fallacy about this, is that here in BC, as opposed to every other country in the world, thinks that if you were born in downtown Vancouver, you have the right to live in downtown Vancouver. If you look at any major city anywhere else in the world, if you have people that are low income, you put them in areas that you can accommodate them in a low income area. And just because the city is starting to grow and starting to push the boundaries because more and more people are coming into it, and they're doing what they call yuppie stuff, and they're making this thing more amenable for them, either for housing or for restaurants. Unfortunately, people get pushed out. But not only do low-income people get pushed out, retail gets pushed out. People who've been living there at a maybe a lesser than market rental cost, they're all getting pushed out. And so now what's happening is that these people are going to move. Maybe they're going to move to Burnaby. Maybe they're going to move to Langley. Maybe they're going to move. They're going to move. They're going to move to where the best place they can live at the best price they can get it. And you don't decrease the values of your properties in a city, no matter which city that is, so you can accommodate people. You have to make sure that the city is going to survive and thrive, because they survive and thrive on tax base.
Well, now they'll be rioting in downtown Vancouver because of you, Bill.
Yeah, I'm sure I ticked off a few.
I'm sure you have to. Now, the feds are mulling over. You ready for this? The feds are mulling over a smoking ban in apartments. Health Canada's new approach to this big problem is they're going to say you're going to have to wait till you're 21 before you can light up. They think that this is going to stop people from smoking, especially in apartment buildings. I don't think so. Do you?
No, but I do agree as a realtor, it's not fair for people that are non-smokers. It's all about the first impression. So when I walk into a building and I'm smelling smoke and we're non-smokers, I think this is a good thing, only because, we go into the condo or the suite and I don't smell the smoke there. But those clients are holding on to that first impression of the cigarette smell if they're non-smokers. So it can turn off potential buyers.
You're absolutely right. But here's the other thing. Yeah. So let's say that I'm a beer drinker and I drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
And so maybe there's a smell of hops in my hotel or my apartment.
Is that what hops smell like?
Yeah. So maybe what happens? So that offends some people. So what we're saying now is that we want to have big government tell us what we can do in the place that we buy. I mean, people have the choice of saying, this smells like smoke, so I don't want to buy here.
Well, didn't they ban it where you have to smoke outside though, like on your balconies? I think that was something that was talked about.
Yeah. And now they're going to try and stop that too.
Yeah.
See, the point I want to make here is I used to smoke. I don't smoke anymore. However, it's still a legal product.
Right.
People are still paying their taxes on it, and the government will not make it illegal because they want the taxes. That's all I got to say.
So now they can control what you can do with it.
Exactly.
I mean, either make it legal or make it illegal.
Sure. You talking about my money or the cigarettes?
Both.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll address this question to Andrea here. Do you know any millennials that are planning on buying a home in the next 5 years?
I sure do. I've talked to lots of first-time home buyers and millennials. I think the trend right now is two things are actually happening. Some are saying, why would I buy? It's too expensive. I'm going to be renting. That's just their thing. The other thing I've been seeing a lot in the marketplace is millennials are actually living at home longer because they're trying to save more money to get into the market. So we're seeing, people actually not really getting into the market until now they're in their 30s.
And they're living in mom and dad basement.
Yeah. Well, parents are helping a lot more now.
You don't mind that if that's true? If they are saving their money so they can move on somewhere else, that's really great. But if they're just taking advantage of mom and dad and hoping that mom and dad are going to pass on and so they can take over the house, that would be kind of like the wrong mental attitude, really.
Especially if mom and dad are taking it with them.
Apparently you can't.
Well, apparently you can because you might need it on the other side. You never know.
That's true.
Okay, now supersized farmhouses. We're talking about Richmond now. Supersized farmhouses, some as large as 22,000 square feet, have sprouted up in the agricultural reserve land in Richmond. Now, some politicians say there should be a cap on the size of homes, like there are in other metro areas.
I'm sorry. Every other city in the world has restrictions on the size of homes based on residency, and they have zones. And so, to see these farm homes being built, whether it's in Richmond or it's in Surrey, I mean, they're obscene. So when do you need a 22,000 square foot home because you're a single family homeowner living on an acreage? There's got to be some restrictions on that.
Or there's 5 people living in a 22,000 square foot home.
Yeah, it does make sense. There's one on 176 Highway 15. It looks like a motel.
Really?
And it's a home for family. It's ridiculous. Yes, let's do it properly. I mean, if you want to build a couple homes, subdivide, put a couple homes on the property, make it real. But But you don't have to put these mansions on there that are in the middle of an agricultural zone. That makes no sense at all. Either you have agricultural zone or you have residential zone. But you can't have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, Bill.
All right. If you want to have your say too, get online, go to letstalkrichmond.ca, letstalkrichmond.ca, and leave your thoughts on the situation. That would be very, very, very nice. That's Radio Real Estate News. We'll do that again next week. You listen to the Radio Real Estate Show, and Andrea, what's coming up in the next segment of the program?
In our next segment, Monica Dino Briga, president of Mummy Maids, talks to us about all-natural, made-at-home, environmentally friendly cleaning solutions to keep our households drained, running well, and smelling great.
More real estate information is coming up on Vancouver's original on-air open house.
Hello there, it's Tom Lucas with Andrea Jock of Pinnacle Group Marketing. Pinnacle Group Radio Real Estate Marketing now is what you are. Radio Real Estate Marketing, that's for sure. Bill Macklem is president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer on the show is Dwayne Bishop. And you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
CIL 650.
The clean-up woman, but she's tough. I mean, she really cleans up.
You will learn on this show, Andrea, that there's a song for just about everything. That's the cleanup woman. She's tough. She's really gets going. She knows her business. Her name is Monica Dina Briga. She is the founder and the president of Mommy Maids. What do you have on for this afternoon, Monica?
Hi, here's an idea for a homemade drain cleaner that's safe for your septic tanks, too. At some point in your life, the kitchen or bathroom drain clogs and water backs up. Horrible, unpleasant odors can be unleashed. Lye-based drain cleaners are usually used, but these toxic products can damage your pipes as well as your lungs. There are natural homemade drain cleaner solutions you can use. Here's one: 2 cups of baking soda, 4 cups of boiling water, and 1 cup of vinegar. First, remove all water from the sink or tub and pour in 1 cup of baking soda down the drain. Make sure that the baking soda goes down the drain. Next, pour 2 cups of boiling water down the drain. The baking soda mixed with the boiling water dissolves the sludge and gunk in the pipe. Even if you don't see it happening, just wait a few minutes. Now pour another cup of baking soda down the drain, then add 1 cup of vinegar and plug the drain immediately. If you're unclogging a double sink, plug both drains. You'll hear sizzling coming out of the drain and see bubbles foaming up. When the bubbles have died down, add the remaining boiling water down the drain. Repeat the process if necessary. This can be used as a monthly treatment to prevent future clogs too. Simply pour a cup of baking soda down the drains, followed by boiling water. If the drain remains clogged after the homemade cleaner, you might use a small plunger for sinks. The baking soda and vinegar loosens the clogged material, freeing the gunk, and should start moving around with the plumber's sponge and the pressure. Fill the sink with enough water to seal the plunger around the bottom against the sink. Push down fully and pull up quickly. Repeat if necessary. This is Monica Dinabriga for Radio Real Estate.
Mummy Maids will clean your castle with no hassle. Call Monica at 604-533-4959, 604-533-4959, or visit mummymaids.com. That's mummymaids.com.
And if I have your help, I know I can't go wrong. I'm building my house out of brick and stone. I can't do it myself. I can't do it alone.
I'm building my house out of brick and stone. I can't do it myself. I can't do it alone. I need help.
Guess who's on the phone?
Well, I know there's a guy on the phone right now that I met, I don't know how many years ago. I met you, Mark, I think at the home show years ago, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, Tom.
Yeah, and I remember what you told me. You said, don't call for 4 years, so I'm calling.
Probably right, Dave.
Oh, my God. Welcome to Radio...
You have a good memory. You have a good memory, Tom.
Well, that's about all that's good. I mean, let me tell you. Hey, listen, Mark, welcome to the Radio Real Estate Show. You're going to be with us each and every week, and you're going to be doing a special for Mark Craft Homes on the show. You're going to be talking about renovations and some new home builds, right?
Okay.
Hi, Dad.
There's a lot, Tom. Hi, Andrea. How are you? There's a lot to that subject.
Yeah, there is. And we should tell everybody, too, that you are related to this gentleman.
Yes, I sure am.
He's your daddy.
He sure is. He's a wonderful dad. So Dad, welcome.
Yeah, and so when Mark is on, you're going to behave yourself, right?
I'll try.
Mark will call you if she doesn't. How's that? So
Okay.
tell us a little bit about Mark Craft Homes. I know you're out there in the Tri-Cities. Do you just especially work in the Tri-Cities, or do you work all over the Lower Mainland?
Well, we tend to get requests for custom home builds, throughout the Lower Mainland. We're currently starting a framing framing a custom home in Vancouver, South Vancouver, in the Marpole area, and we'll be starting. I think Manny told me we're just ready. We finally got a permit on in Port Moody, and we'll be excavating, and we're building in collaboration with Zimbel Homes, absolutely stunning luxury home in Anmore.
I've seen some of your work, and that's absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Tom.
You people do great work together. When it comes to renovations, Mark, people, let's say they have X amount of dollars in their bank account. They want to do some renovations. What rooms would you look at first to renovate in a house?
Well, I mean, primarily when people call for renovations, they're generally focusing in on kitchen, bathroom upgrades. So, depending on how extensive it is or whether there's structural requirements involved, plumbing and electrical certainly come into play. Hopefully there's not too many structural requirements, but typically I think, you can start budgeting around $20,000 and up. It really depends on the extent of the renovation. So now bathrooms, there's just so many little components involved with those, but again, they should be somewhere in the area of $10,000 to $15,000.
Now, Mark, if somebody's going to have their bathroom done or their kitchen, would they get their money out if the house was for sale? Would that be the two rooms to go for first?
Well, I think every woman could tell you that, and man, that enjoys cooking. I do. A renovated kitchen with new appliances and a workable kitchen is delightful to create your culinary skills and sharpen them up. Bathrooms, notably, will appreciate home also.
You made me a little nervous, Mark, when you said, I know about these rooms. I know all about the you paused and said kitchen, because you like to cook. I don't want to know what you do in the bathroom. That's beyond me.
So, Mark, one of the things that always comes to mind is that we've heard countless stories of how the municipalities are holding up building permits. How long will it take right now to get any kind of building permit or even a renovation permit?
Vancouver, we've experienced probably a year, maybe a little over a year. It's an extensive, long period. Port Moody hasn't been so bad. Typically 3 to 4 months.
So that's not bad.
That's you're kind of saying it's important. No, it's important for people if they're
and more.
Yeah.
Sorry, Andrea?
So it's important for people to really get on their planning early, getting their home designs into the home quickly.
If anybody is considering building right now I understand they're trying to improve the process in Vancouver, but from the start of the preliminary design to full architecturals to structural and submission, you've got to at least count on a year to year, and 14 months. It's a long process.
Okay, well, tell me something. I was just going to say,
things can change, because in that time frame, markets change. So sometimes it's difficult to make.
And building costs change too, right?
Absolutely, your building costs certainly aren't going down. In fact, Tom, we're seeing increases in so many areas.
I think,
drywall.
Sorry.
So costs are going down. That's interesting.
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I thought the building costs are going down.
I thought he said tell me.
No.
I was going to phone him.
Tom.
Yes.
Tom, it's too early to drink.
Oh.
Building costs are not going down.
Well, maybe for you, but not for Bill, let me tell you. Mark, on subsequent, I know you're away right now and you're trying to have a little relaxation and get all charged up again for the new season coming up.
Yeah, I am. I'm experimenting with the fifth wheeling and motorhome crowd down here in Mesa, Arizona.
Mesa, Arizona, nice.
Warm.
Have you had a chance to look at any real estate when you're down there? Any real estate action going on down there that you're interested in?
No, because it was such a nightmare trying to get down here through Washington, Idaho, the snow, 5 below, and everything else. We're just kind of mind numb.
And not only that, Mark, but Mr. Trump had your name on his list.
Oh, God, yeah. Let's not go there.
Okay, we won't go there. Listen, you have a wonderful holiday. Say hi to your dear wife for me and the rest of the family. I know there's 4 of you in that family.
Right.
Well, there's 5 now because I've just adopted myself into your family. But we're going to talk to you next week on the show, and I'm looking forward to it.
And Dad, don't worry, I've taken good care of Ella, your little doggy.
How's my little Ella?
Your dog's doing great.
Because, Mama is going to be watching out for that.
I know.
Is that the little doggy that I met there last week?
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
jeez. Mark, get rid of it. Come on, Mark. A macho guy like you with a little, what is that, a wiener dog?
It's a dash hound.
It's a dash hound.
It's a little wiener dog.
Thank you. It's a little wiener dog. Talking to a boy here.
Dachshund.
Mark, get back in your fifth wheel. Have a great weekend. Enjoy what's left of it. Talk to you next week. Thanks,
Bye,
buddy.
Dad.
Listen, if somebody wants to get a hold of yourself or your dad at Mark Craft Homes, how can they do that? Do you know the number off by heart?
I sure do. They can give Mark Jock a call at 604-780-2020. That's 604-780-2020.
And you have a great website as well for Mark Craft Homes, too.
MarkCraftHomes.com.
Pretty straightforward. MarkCraftHomes.com. All right, Bill, what's coming up in the rest of the program?
We're going to talk about a couple of things. One of the things I wanted to mention before we get too far was the fact that Stu McLeod from the Ride for Cancer raised over $10,000 for the cancer they are donating this year. And the Remax Hockey that we just had, the tournament beginning of February, we finally got all our dollars in.
Wow.
It looks like they raised over $4,000 for Children's Hospital.
Really?
So that was really good.
That's good.
And in the next segment, we're going to be talking about CMHC and the new increase in CMHC rates.
Hello, it's Andrea Jock of Pinnacle Group Marketing with Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, producer Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on CL 650.
CL 650. She's a brick house. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. She's a brick house. I like lady stack, that's a fact.
That's what the Commodores are singing about you. Apparently everybody down in the Tri-Cities sings that about you, Andrea. You're a brick house.
A house, that's
She's
right.
mighty, yeah. So you're on the show all the time. Now, you have been on the show for the past few years, but now you're taking a bigger role in the program.
Thank you, Tom. I'm really excited to be here with
We're so
you guys
glad to have
down
you
at
with
the
us, too.
studio. So-
Yeah, and you're going to be doing some what do you call it? Not multimedia. The new media. What's it called?
Social media.
Social media.
Facebook,
Getting
Instagram,
old.
Twitter,
Twitter. So we're going to be tweeting. We're going to be Instagramming.
Facebooking, having fun, doing videos.
Well, having fun I can do.
I think so.
The video part I don't know, and the rest of it. So you're on the show now full time with us, with Bill and I, if you can tolerate us for that long. But also, you're still working out in the Tri-Cities. What's going on out there?
I am, yes. You know, the Tri-Cities is a very unique, interesting market because there's lots of different segments. Right now, and I'm sure everybody is aware, and it's probably not just in the Tri-Cities, but the condo market is on fire right now.
Really?
It's hot, yeah. Really, actually, anything under $1 million is still selling quite quickly and in multiple offers. Anything in between 1 and 1.3 is starting to pick up. We're seeing more activity. The interesting thing, though, in that price range, we're seeing a lot more subject to sales. So I have a listing in Belcaire on Main Avenue. We do have an offer accepted subject to sale. I have 4 other interested parties all wanting to look at the potential of buying this home. However, they all also have something to sell.
I'm just curious about the Tri-Cities. Do you find it's mostly younger people moving into the Tri-Cities now, or the older folks selling and moving around? Or?
Well, in Belcaire, the interesting thing is we've helped many of homeowners that have lived there basically 30 years, 25, 30 years, and now they're downsizing, and they've lived in that area for such a long time. They love the ocean lifestyle, the views, but now they're ready for something new and fresh. So I'm seeing people actually downsizing and leaving the Tri-Cities. They're going, yeah.
So I was just going to say to you that, we've been talking for almost 5 years in regards to the Tri-Cities.
Yeah.
And in that time frame, we probably have increased the population of the Lower Mainland by at least 500,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that don't come from here. So what is the Tri-Cities?
Yeah, where are the
what-
Tri-Cities?
what do
Yeah,
you
good
think?
point.
Of course.
Good point, Bill.
Good point, Bill.
Yeah,
Tri-Cities is Port Coquitlam, and Port Moody. So it's the little community.
And what is Port Moody around?
Port Moody's right around the Broad Inlet. So right when
okay.
just outside of the borderline of Burnaby. So you take the Barnett Highway and you enter this beautiful little boutique community. I live in Port Moody. I love Port Moody.
St. John's?
I live more on the Ioko Road area.
So St. John's Pub or St. John's?
Yeah, close to St. James. Well,
St. James,
actually,
yeah.
you know what's put Port Moody on the map, believe it or not? It's these brand new breweries.
Really?
Everybody
That's
loves
right,
them.
too. I
Yes.
saw that in one of the
It's
sports.
so much fun. In the summer, I can leave my house. We go for a nice walk around the inlet, and now there's the Parkside and Yellow Dog and, all the fun breweries right across from the park. People bring their kids. It's almost like you feel like you're in Europe somewhere, hanging out, having a beer in the sunshine, overlooking the ocean.
So that Tri-City. So again, that's Port Moody.
Port Moody. And then we have Coquitlam.
Coquitlam. So now that's Coquitlam Center there, right?
Yeah, well, Coquitlam's quite big. We have the Coquitlam Center area, and then you have, North Coquitlam. We have East Coquitlam. Coquitlam's quite a large area of the Tri-Cities. It's the largest.
Now, here's another word for some newcomers, Ioko.
Ioko.
Just down the road, just you turn left and you're there, right?
You're on Ioko.
Yeah.
Actually, Ioko is kind of known as the Golden Mile. It's that stretch right before you hit Belcarra and Amor. So it's a beautiful street with usually ocean view properties.
And Belcarra, like that's...
Belcarra is the quaint, quiet Belcarra. That's a place where you can still find relatively large lots, 20,000 square feet plus. You're overlooking the ocean typically. Beautiful natural setting.
Never been there.
Oh, Bill, you have to come sometime.
No, never been there.
We specialize in Belcarra, actually.
What's the population?
It's small. It's around just over 1,000.
Really?
Guess where we're going after the show?
I think so.
We're going to Belcarra. Now, Andrea, if somebody would like to get a hold of you during the week and talk to you about maybe the Tri-Cities and get a hold of your website, what should they do?
Yeah, they can give me a call at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124, or visit pinnaclegroupmarketing.com.
All right, that's Pinnacle Group Marketing?
pinnaclerealestatemarketing.com.
Okay.
Wanna be a richer man. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time.
Well, we're going to be talking about changes. You were saying there are some big changes coming to the CMHC, right, Billy?
That's right. So as of March 17th, these changes come into effect. So what they're doing is they're raising the CMHC premiums if you have less than 20% down.
Okay.
So 20% down is your down payment.
Right.
And in Canada, with the new rules, you can put 20% down up to $1 million. After you get to $1 million, different lenders have different criteria. So if you put down less than 20% up to $1 million, you're looking at an increase in CMHC fees. So today, if you had 15% down, you'd be paying a 2.4% CMHC fee on top of your mortgage. Now, that's added to your mortgage. You don't really see it. And if you look at the cost of the money and you divide that by 25 years and 12 months, it's a decent insurance if you don't have all the money. It's a decent thing. It's not a penalty. It's just a way to get the money that you need to get. And rather than waiting another 2 years and watching prices increase, this might be the time to put less down, because you don't have it saved up just yet, and buy the place today because it's going to increase the value anyways, just like Andrew was saying earlier. So what happens, though? But the point I'm trying to make today, though, is that if you had that at 2.4%, on the 17th of March, it's going to go to 3.1%.
So in other words, the more money you can afford to put down, the higher
ratio increase.
Something wrong there, isn't there?
Well, you look at it, like if you put down less than 20%, today you're at 1.8% on the CMHC. Tomorrow, or March 17th, you're going to be looking at 2.8. So you're being penalized because, so let's say you're putting down 18%. So your insurance fee today is 1.8. 17th of March, it's 2.8. So that's a 1 point increase. But if you put down 5%, your CMHC insurance fee today is 3.6, and March 17th, it's 4. So it's gone up 0.4%.
All right, on to happier stuff. You were playing hockey with the boys. You made some money.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We made some money with the so every year we do the Remax annual Macklem Tournament Cup. And so we've been doing this for almost 25 years. And this year we held it in Richmond. Last year we had it in Calgary. This year we had it in Richmond. We raised over $4,000 for Children's Hospital. So that's an amazing part. For 50 guys for doing that, that's significant.
Were they 50 old guys?
Some of them were old, yes. That's right. And then my good buddy Stu McLeod,
yes,
out of Langley, he does the Ride for Cancer every year, and his partners, and so they had a fundraiser the other night on a Friday, and we raised over $10,000.
Way to go!
So yeah, so it's
it's
all for cancer, it's all for good things.
And that gentleman you mentioned in Langley with the surname Ferguson. He's not related to Stu, is he?
No.
No, thank God. Okay. Andrea, somebody wants to get a hold of Willie. What should they do during the week?
Get expert mortgage information online by visiting billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, mac.com. Or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
In our next segment, we're hearing from Radio Real Estate Home Handyman, Finn Jensen, who's still on the roof, who's looking forward to all those household chores that are on the way once he gets down.
Finn, would you get down off the roof? Your wife needs you to do something in the basement. Hello there, it's Tom Lucas along with Andrea Jock of Pinnacle Group Real Estate Marketing, Bill Macklin, the president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CL 650.
CL 650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering. I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
Yeah, well, Finn is still up on the roof because the rainy season is upon us, Bill. You know that, eh? It's going to be raining.
Why is it snowing?
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Finn Jensen, hello there. What's on your mind today?
Good afternoon, Tom, and good afternoon to everyone. March is the windy month that will usher in a change of weather, and with it the appearance of all that's familiar. Nothing looks better than warm sunshine on our homes. Even old paint and windows can be forgiven when old soul smiles. But a lack of regular maintenance on anything could become costly. When the protective material covering it fails, the surface under it will now begin to degrade, and we're now witnessing the degradation of the basic structure, and hard-earned dollars will be lost. Then there is the loss of appeal, which is all important to the neighborhood's value. A good dose of maintenance is a great investment. Done in a professional manner, it can transform any property into something much more desirable and advantageous from an investment point. The time is right to cast a glance on what is owned. This is an unhurried opportunity to consider what needs to happen to bring everything up to a level that will command a second look. Here is an investment that could mobilize any number of interesting opportunities: cash in hand, another home or business property, or rental revenue. Paint and elbow grease is gold. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
To keep your home warm and cozy for the rest of the winter, call Gentech Mechanical Installations at 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740. Ask to speak to Finn.
And if he's up on the roof, he'll call you back.
Does he have that new telephone with a can on the end string?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got that for his birthday.
Exactly.
And he's such a good boy, we're getting him a longer string. It's Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CL 650. Welcome to Andrea Jock. Nice to have you on the show with us.
Thank you, Tom. Really nice to be here.
So we weren't too harsh on you the first day, were we?
I made it through.
You did.
Still here.
You did.
Exactly.
You're also taking care of the Tri-Cities for us. What do you have available in the Tri-Cities for somebody who might want to make a move out that way?
Well, like I mentioned, that beautiful location, Belcara. I actually have two stunning listings there. Both have ocean views. One is located at 3372 Main Avenue, and it's a 2,700 square foot home listed for $1.298 million. And then we have a luxury listing, which is a gated estate on an acre property, which is perfectly manicured and offers unobstructed ocean views and unparalleled privacy. And we're listed there at $2.88 million. Now, this home is so stunning, it actually looks like it could be featured in Better Homes and Garden magazine.
Really?
It's perfect. It's
nice.
immaculate.
Nice.
Yeah.
You tend to deal, I guess, more with the luxury homes, do you?
We work with everything,
Right.
every type of listing and everybody. But we do have we are geared towards luxury. We do specialize in the luxury custom homes in the Tri-Cities.
Are they selling now?
Everything sells. It takes just the one right buyer. And sometimes, it takes a little longer to sell a higher end luxury home. But, I say we appreciate all business. So I do everything from first time home buyers all the way to I've actually sold an island.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
I sold
wow.
Boulder Island.
Ooh.
Which one?
Boulder Island.
Where is that?
Right across from Belcara, in between North Van and Belcara. So we had it listed at $4 million.
I'm going to have to find a map.
Why did you buy it, Bill? We changed to Macklin Island.
It was so cool. 2.5 acre island.
Did you sell it to a
island.
pirate?
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, I
but,
saw. I'm not understanding. Come on.
But yes,
What's
it was
the
a
person's
really
initials?
cool
Give me their
listing.
initials.
Nope. Tom.
No, darn.
But yeah, so we do everything. But I love and appreciate the higher end luxury homes. It's a really fun market to be involved in.
I would imagine.
And we always tell people, if you're thinking about moving into any type of home, whether it's luxury or an apartment or whatever, a condo, go and see your mortgage broker first, right, Willie?
Absolutely. You should. You
Yep.
should.
Always.
I know I'm a mortgage broker, but you know what? Even if I wasn't, I'd be still advising you, go see your mortgage broker, get pre-qualified, make sure you have all your data, because we actually tend to underwrite the file even before we send it off to the lender, because we have to know that that's actually going to go through, because Andrew's expecting us to make
Yeah.
sure that when we say yes, it is a yes.
For sure. And like myself, and I can't speak for other realtors, but I know most people are like this. We actually won't take buyers out until they've actually met with their mortgage broker.
Makes a lot of sense.
For sure.
That way you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your prospective
Well, it's
buyer's
everybody's
time.
time, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
time's valuable in life nowadays.
Wonderful. Bill, you're going away next week.
I'm going away. I'm going to go to Cabo.
Cabo.
Can I come in your suitcase?
Can we come, Bill?
Absolutely. I'm going with my cousin Howard from Prince George.
What did you say, Dwayne? Do you want to go too?
Of course.
Yeah, Bill Dwayne wants to go to Cabo. Andrea wants to go to Cabo. I want to go to
We
Cabo.
might have an extra spot because like my cousin can't make it. My other cousin, she's coming down, but she's single now because her husband passed.
Uh-huh.
So, we might have an extra room.
Sounds good. Okay, so we'll talk to you from Cabo next week.
Absolutely.
You'll be back in the studio with me, right, Andrea?
I sure will. I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. And Dwayne, you'll be here too?
Maybe.
Okay, let's sing our song. Let's get out of here.
You could be in the suitcase.
Our house in the middle of our street.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a suitcase party on the show one night. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Andrea, thank you. We'll see you next week. You did a great job.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Bill. Have a happy flight down there.
Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
And we'll talk to you before you go.
Yeah, we're going to be in Calgary by 6 a.m. on Friday.
Oh, jeez. And as for Dwayne and myself, well, we're going nowhere.
I'll send you a card.
Thank you. And we're back tomorrow morning with music at 6 o'clock on CL 650. Enjoy your day. It's Tom Lucas on behalf of Andrea, on behalf of Bill, and on behalf of Dwayne saying thank you, bye.